you're all doing well. So I'm coming to you with my monthly favorites in the month of January. Have a little bit, let's talk about it. So most of them are face products, so I'm gonna do the eye products first. The first one, just gotta reiterate how much I love these eyeliners. These are the NYX Epic Smoke eyeliners. I have a full review on them on my channel. These liners, I'm not gonna, you know, beat a dead horse because I've talked about them, raved about them. These eyeliners are a retractable, creamy, blendable eyeliner. I use them on my waterline, but they can be used on, excuse me, on the upper lash line as well. And the kind of concept of these is you use the liner. Let me open one up. You use the liner, all right, and then you use this little toothbrush looking thing, it's really soft, to smoke and smudge it out. All right, if you watch my review, I don't use this toothbrush side of things. It's just not the best brush for me to smoke, but the quality of the liners is what I'm raving about. Absolutely wonderful. They're the exact same packaging, exact same setup as their brow pomade pencil, which I really love. The lift and fluff, fill and fluff. I also don't use that pencil, that toothbrush thing, but the quality of these liners are absolutely wonderful. I think you should pick up a few at $11. They're definitely pricey drugstore eyeliners, so use your coupons and things like that, but really love them. They have really, these are all the shades, like really muted colors, not like pastel or dull, but just very muted eyeliner colors. This line is not going to carry your bright, because they're meant to smoke and smudge, so they're not going to carry your super bright neon shades. I would love some bright neon colors in this formula, but I get the whole point of these, because these are more of like your neutral smoky type of shades that you would smudge and smoke. Alright, wonderful. So got to get into those. The next one became a favorite immediately as soon as I opened it and was using it. Just the Colourpop Gone Matte palette. So this is Colourpop's first all matte large palette. Sis, let me tell you something right now. Let me tell you something right now. We love a matte look. We love a matte palette. With my matte looks, I like, if I'm doing an all matte look, they tend to be neutral. They tend to either be neutral or super, super bright rainbow. I don't know. Ow, I don't know. But, so with my neutral matte looks, this is it, honey. Smokies at the bottom, romantic shades at the bottom, and then you have your beautiful lid shades, including there's no bright white in here, which I love. If you guys know me, I do not need a bright white in a palette. Some people do. This is more of a gray, light gray. And if you see going down vertically, these are, you have these like color families, these vertical color families. So if I hold it this way, you can see that here's a 5-pan. Here's a 5-pan palette that you can use, a monochromatic type of situation, if that helps you understand the palette a little bit better. Colourpop's quality of eyeshadows is wonderful. Their mattes are blendable, easy to use. They do provide a little bit of kickback, a little bit of kick up, but that's okay. They're not as soft as like an Anastasia Beverly Hills shadow, but they do give you a little bit of kick up when you dip your brush into them. If you like that warm, you got your warmth here, you got your cool on this side. I think it's absolutely wonderful. If you get overwhelmed by big palettes, I fully understand. But again, it may be easy to look at it in the row column situation. But again, it has your neutrals, it has your cools, it has your mattes. I don't know if I've used this on camera, but I've been using it off of camera, and I absolutely love it. Like after the first use, I was like, okay. And if you're a person that has a lot of shimmers, you love those sparkly shades, but you do need some mattes to kind of anchor things, here's your palette of mattes here. The matte black is a little bit cool to me. It's like a cool black. So if you want a deeper black, you might have to reach for that. If you want that bright white, you might have to reach for that. But here's your neutral matte palette, and if you want a rainbow matte palette, you're covered with your mattes. So, yes. The rest are face products. Not too many, but let's get into, I guess, in the order I will put them on. Y'all, this is doing something. This is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This is the only primer I have been using since I got it. I love this primer. So what this is I don't know if it's aiming to be a dupe, but this is comparable to the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, which I actually really like that primer as well. So this is a jelly-like consistency, gel-like, not jelly, gel-like consistency, but it has that, as you apply it, it has that tacky feel where it's gripping that makeup and that makeup is really sticking to the primer. It doesn't really have, I can't give it a super matte finish, dewy finish. It's a natural finish. I don't think the purpose of this primer is not to mattify or whatever. At least I don't think it is. Apply evenly to the face before makeup using your fingertips when the skin wants to get fingers around the product. Yeah. It's that grip to hold that makeup, and I can attest that my makeup lasts all day with this. It's one of, I have plenty of primers where my makeup lasts all day, but the reason why I like this one is because I definitely can feel that grip. Like, it feels like the makeup is a part of my skin. Not just, oh, she has good makeup sitting on her skin. Do you understand? But it definitely grips. It definitely grips. And that the Melt Hydro Grip one is like $30-something. This one's $10. It doesn't really have a smell. But I just really like any foundation I put on top. It does. It grabs it and it holds it. And yeah, and I like the way it feels. I like as I put it on that little bit of, it's not sticky and gross. Like, it's not going to be some sort of string. It's not like that, but it just gives a little bit of tack. And it's not enough tack where it's uncomfortable, but it's enough to give that extra oomph to hold your makeup on. If you have oily skin, if you're one that you feel like your makeup slips off your face, I recommend trying this. So, well done, e.l.f. All right. The next item on the list, let's talk about some concealers. So they're both old, but I've been re-enjoying them. The first one is the Too Faced Peach Concealer. This, I don't even know if they make it anymore. I don't even know. Of course, I love things and they become discontinued. This is their jar concealer. I love a good jar concealer. There's a fiber in there. I love a jar concealer. I have plenty of shades of this. So I found the best way that I use this concealer is actually as a corrector. They have skin tone shades, they have various shades of it. I had a few shades in the beginning. I didn't really know how I felt about it. I do love jar concealers, but it kind of just fell to the back burner. And then I started using it as a corrector under my foundation. It's not super stark orange, super stark peach, but it has just enough undertone to do some good correcting to help correct some of those dark circles before I put my foundation on. I've been enjoying it. I use it with my Morphe G38 brush, and it's wonderful. So the two shades I use for that are Brown Sugar, and then what's this? Eclair. I definitely recommend see if you can find this on the Too Faced website. Like I said, I bought it when it first came out and I was like, okay. And then, because I bought like a brightening shade and I don't know. But then they went on sale because I think they're being discontinued. That pisses me off. But they went on sale for like $4 at my Sephora. And I think they're on sale on the Too Faced website still. So definitely go grab some if you want some like color correcting. They're thick. They're emollient. And yeah, I love a thick concealer. So pick them up. All right. The next concealer, I hope this is not, I think this might be getting discontinued. I don't know, because she has a, well, not she, they have a new concealer coming out, and it's the KVD. This is back when it was Kat Von D. This is the KVD Lock-It Concealer, y'all. You talking about a full coverage, maximum coverage situation? Ooh. So I was in Sephora weeks ago, and this was on sale half off. This concealer was on sale half off, and I keep saying she doesn't own the company anymore. They announced that they have a new concealer coming out, Good Apple concealer. So I don't know if it's going to replace this one. I hope they don't get rid of the Lock-It line. But anyway, I picked up some more shades. I picked up a backup of my favorite shade of this, and I've been using these as well. And I just fell back in love with it. Super full maximum coverage concealer, covering everything, baby, covering everything, giving what it needs to give. And I just fell back in love with these. And if you have them in your collection, pull them back out. I need to get the Lock-It foundation again. I think, now that we talking, yeah, I think I might still, I think I have the original bottle. Probably should buy a new one. Probably should buy a new one. Alright, on to, really quick, let's talk about this blush. Ooh, this is the Rare Beauty. I feel like I talked about it in the end of year videos, but I think I did, but we gon' still talk about it. This is the shade Love. This is the Rare Beauty liquid blush. I love this formula. I'm not a super big cream liquid blush person because of my oily skin, but also because it's not something that seems natural to reach for to me. That's all. I gotta train myself. But this formula, so pretty. This is the shade Love. This is my favorite. This is, I think, the only one I have. No, I have a sample of another shade. But this is a warm, almost like terracotta, beautiful. I'm overdoing it, blending it on my hand, but so you can see. Absolutely beautiful blush shade. And these are like, they're liquid to powder, liquid to set. I don't even know if you want to say powder. Liquid to set. Feels absolutely wonderful on the skin. They're 20 bucks. I really love them. She has a plum, like a deeper shade. I think I'm going to go ahead and pick some up. But I'll be honest, Rare Beauty killing it. There's nothing I tried from them that I didn't like so far. So go ahead, Selena. You better do the damn thing. All right, and then I have a couple powders to talk about. The first one being the Patrick Star Turn Up the Base Versatile Foundation Powder. I did a video trying this out for the first time, and I continued to use it, and I really do like it. Now, I like it it's beautiful on its own. I think the first time I used it on camera, I used it with concealer. Just did my concealer first and then did this like how I would normally do a powder foundation. And it gave what it needed to give. Wasn't super full coverage. But if you have a foundation or a skin tint, tinted moisturizer, something that you like the way it feels because of that lightweight, they tend to be a little bit lightweight, more comfortable to wear. But you want a little bit more oomph. You want to give it a little bit more. This works beautifully. I think I've tried maybe 4 different foundations. This works beautifully on all of the ones I've tried. It gets it together. It brings it together. It adds that coverage to make it that full, what you need it to make. It does not oxidize. Now, when you get your shade, this looks light. It's not, it's my skin tone. It darkens upon application. Like, not oxidized, but like swatching this. I can't explain it. So go a little lighter than what you think you might be. But, you guys, I get it. I get it. It's absolutely wonderful. Absolutely. You can wear this just with concealer. You're going to get a nice medium. But, yeah. Over top of something that's a little over top of a lighter liquid, for some reason it pulls it together, it makes it full, and it makes it flawless. Well done, One Size. Well done. Well done. Okay, and then finally this month we have the Anastasia. I went back and forth. Do I like this? Do I not like it? But I love it. I went back and forth. This is the Anastasia Loose Setting Powder. This is the loose setting powder, specifically in the shade Deep Peach. I have, I talked about this in a video too. I also have Golden Orange, which is like a skin tone shade, but this Deep Peach, I think I did talk about going back and forth about whether or not I want banana. Leaning towards getting it, still trying to figure that out. That'll be a point perk or on sale perk. But this is Deep Peach, and I set my under eyes with this, and it's very interesting. Hear me out. So this is not the lightest setting powder you can use. This, for me, I like my under eyes super bright most of the time. So I'll use a Laura Mercier type powder, the translucent honey, you know, a banana powder, to set my under eye, that yellow, get that bright going. This powder, this shade is very unique in that, one, you can set any concealer with it. It's fine, especially for my brown skin. It's fine. But it takes the super bright, like I like super bright Instagram highlight. Like, for example, this super pale, you're like, can't you wear that concealer? This super pale bright, bright, bright concealer. Put that under the eyes. Don't set it with the La Mercier yellow, the La Mercier, you know, the bananas, because it's not going to dim it. It's not going to dim it at all. This sets it, but it adds just a little bit more depth, a little bit more tone to where it's super bright, but not super stark. Does that make sense? So I can put on a super, super bright, 10 shades lighter than my skin tone concealer, and some way this shade of powder brings it back to being okay. The other shade that I have is golden orange. And I don't know why it's called golden orange. It's a little orangey. But this sets my makeup just fine. I'm not super wild about this tone as I am about the other one. I'm still thinking about getting the banana. Thinking about it. Because I kind of want to see how much of a difference it would be. But yeah. Those are my January favorites. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about any of the products mentioned in this video, feel free to leave it down below. I love you all so, so much. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.